significant and meaningful, perhaps even than Woodstock. Carlos Santana, of all the musicians, was probably the most behind thinking that this event meant so much because he was close to Bill Graham. And I have a lot of respect for Bill Graham, and you can tell by the tone of a person's voice how important something really is. And when Bill phoned me, I could tell very, very strongly it was something he'd been trying to do for 10 years. And he knew that I had helped sponsor the first video simulcasts. So he thought of me when the proposal came up and phoned me up, asked me if I was interested. I'd already heard of the Peace March, had even sponsored a couple people. So I was very sympathetic and very quickly got to the bottom line with him. The finale was very moving for the people on stage, everybody, singing songs, starting with Give Peace a Chance, a lot of jamming between the various musicians. It was very memorable. I'm sure it'll show up in the Showtime documentary. There's a few things inside you, a few elements of your life that are important ones that you want to pursue and continue to pursue, a few directions. I don't have very many, and this one happened to click close to a couple. Large music event for a good cause, U.S.-Soviet relations. I still have a lot of kind of feelings very close to my youth. I was a very inward person, typical computer technical nerd type. You develop feelings very in you of what's important at an early stage in your life. Is it important if you have, when we're all young, you see somebody give something very important and you feel this is a very good thing. You develop your concepts of what's good and what's bad. And I've been able to keep a very much stability inside of me as to what I see as, good approaches to life, bad approaches to life. You can't find something that's deep in your heart about whether it's right or wrong when a certain project of a certain value that you feel needs you. I just happen to get certain feelings that I am one of the people that could help quite a bit and make a difference. I am not the sort of person who will tell others how they should live. You can set an example, and that's the most you should do in life, and then others will follow it. If it's good enough, even if it's a person like Jesus Christ, if it's good enough, other people will follow that example. And sometimes it takes a lot of time, but you can gradually get wheels moving in the right directions. Let's even wait a few years and see that the outcome of a lot of my giving has a lot of positive statements that can be made after the fact, and that'll even bring about more. Youth is one thing I will never let down, because I was always told when I was young that you are the future of the world. We adults have kind of screwed it up. We haven't made that great a world, and this is what I tell my children. I would say there's probably about 30 events that I've given, 30 museums and projects and whatnot. I've given six-figure type numbers to. So, many millions of dollars, and my fortunes are not dwindling, as the San Jose Press would tend to indicate. It's great. And if I had really been careful, it could have been more. I'm not a good investor, but I'm very lucky. I've got a lot of Apple stock. I swear to God, you'd say it's more than luck, but I never sold it for reasons of making money, and I never bought it for reasons of making money. Very other reasons that have to do with my own soul and how much I should have at a certain time based on other phenomena. I have no financial knowledge. I don't read the Financial Times. I don't read the Wall Street Journal or the news. I don't read business section of the paper ever. I worry about it. What it tells me is that the Japanese are very, very bright about building very good product at a lower cost. That means using fewer of the Earth's resources to create the product that we need. And it bothers me a lot that we're falling behind, even in an engineering sense, in a technical sense. And we've really got to start out at very younger education and accentuate the scientific and technical education to, re-achieve our prominence in the next. It'll take 10 to 20 years from now before we really supersede them for sure again, if we really set that out as a goal, if it's even important enough. It bothers me that this industry can rely on a couple of key products at any one time that can be the major dollar-earning items. And the Japanese now can build a chip smaller than we did. They used to build them larger and they cost more to make. Now they build them smaller, it costs them less to make. It's just worrisome, because the people who build the best chips and the people who build the best computers should win. Disturbing to find out how the way that people live in that country. Very, very ruthless on the ball, will not lose money, very good businessman. Media is the servant of the people, and it will generally only supply what the people really want. The evil that we want, or the sensationalism we want, is in our head. Home computer. Education and fun and games, good useful tool in the home as much as a TV. Best company in the world. Came from very pure beginnings. has had a very immaculate history of being very pure to, you know, its products. Oh, very soft. I don't know, modest, giving, generous, don't want to fight, don't want arguments.